Yes, I do, as long as the movie truly shows the reality of domestic violence without normalizing or romanticizing it, but instead addresses the issues, raises awareness, fosters discussions, and helps audience understand the complex reality that many people face. Movies like this should encourage empathy, push for social change, and even inspire people to seek help or support others in need. I believe that movies should be made with responsibility, accurate representation, and respect for survivors. Like they have to give right message. The first violent incident in the movie may seem accidental from Lily's perspective because she is in love and wants to believe best about Riley. This is a common psychological response in abusive relationship. Victim often downplay the first incident, believing it was a one-time mistake. However, from an objective standpoint, it is a major red flag. So like when the scene first play out, they make it Ryle's action seems like accidental hits. However, later in the movie, when Lily reflects on those moments, like in the car, we see flashes of these some scenes, but this time from different perspective. In these flashbacks, his actions appears intentionally, revealing that they weren't accidental at all. So, like, yes, that was a red flag that she should avoid. I agree with the film critics who argued that the topic of domestic violence is not fully developed in the movie, and there should have been more scenes to fully convey the gravity of the situation. Like the movie touches on the emotional and psychological impact of abuse, but it's like it doesn't go deep enough to make the audience truly grasp the horrifying reality of such relationships. By minimizing the violence in the film risks softening its message and making Ryle's actions seem less severe than they actually are. This could lead some viewers to misinterpret the story, downplaying the seriousness of domestic violence or even sympathizing with Riley more than they should. Uh, Also, this movie was adaptation of the book, so I think that the book did a better job of illustrating the slow but dangerous escalation of abuse, whereas the movie feels like it hold back. The film ends with Lily finally choosing to walk away from Riley for the sake of her daughter, realizing that love alone is not enough to justify staying in a harmful relationship. She decides to break the cycle of abuse, choosing herself and her child over a toxic love. In the final scene, there is a suggestion that she might reconnect with Atlas, her first love. Personally, I have mixed feelings about the ending. On the one hand, it delivers an important message that Lily makes a difficult but empowering decision, proving that a woman doesn't need to stay trapped in an unhealthy relationship just because there is a love. This part of ending is strong and impactful. However, the way Atlas is reintroduced, that feels like it weakens the message slightly. Instead of fully emphasizing on Lily's healing, the story it turns into like a bad guy replaced by a good boy, like narrative. But also, I think that Lily's decision to leave Riley has nothing to do with Atlas. Like she left him and then started a new life. Maybe after that she could reconnect with Atlas again, which would also be acceptable. But I think before that she should give herself a time, a break, and healing from trauma before stepping into a new relationship. Her advice was the right one, and it reflects the reality that many victims of domestic abuse struggles with. Love is often seen as unconditional, but that doesn't mean it's healthy or worth enduring harm for. So her friend's words emphasize the importance of self-respect and boundaries, which is exactly what Lily needs to hear at that point. If I were to give Lily advice in her situation, I will tell her to take a step back, breathe, and focus on herself. I would encourage her to visit therapists who specialize in trauma and domestic abuse. They might help her process her feelings and guide her toward healing. So, like, therapy would be a crucial step in her recovery, helping her work through the trauma, understand the dynamics of abuse, and build the strange strength to move forward. Well, I'm from Azerbaijan, but I don't believe that Azerbaijan government pays enough attention to preventing domestic violence. While there have been some efforts to address the issues, such as laws against the domestic violence and initiatives to raise awareness, uh, these efforts are often not fully implemented. One of the main problem is the lack of widespread education. Like, many people still view domestic violence as a private family matter, and the cultural attitudes can often discourage victims from coming forward. Like, the government works on that situation, but there's still a significant need for more strong policies that not only addresses illegal aspects but also provides protection, education, and the social services to prevent violence and support those who needs.